That's a great question, and a lot of students, first of all, because the GMAT is probably the most stressful part of the application process, a lot of students will ask me why they have to take the test. Why is the GMAT a part of the admissions process? And the basic reason, there are a couple of reasons, but I'm going to highlight probably the most important factors. One is we are AACSB accredited, so we want to make sure, and part of that accreditation is we have to make sure that we're adhering to certain standards, and part of those standards is having a certain quality of student in the classroom, in the program. And I tell students when they ask me, I tell them that as a student, you want to make sure that those other students in the classroom, whether it's online or whether it's on campus, are just as qualified to be there as you are. And I tell them that it makes for a better engagement of the class discussion, it makes for a more dynamic class discussion, and the students really get enriched when you have good quality students in the classroom. The other reason why, and this is how we know we're selecting good quality students, is the GMAT is a good predictor of graduate school success. Statistics have shown that those who do better on the GMAT usually do better in their graduate education. So those who score very high on the GMAT usually do better in graduate school. Now we know there are outliers, those students who score very high on the GMAT and don't do well in graduate school, as well as those who don't do well on the GMAT and do fantastic in graduate school. But statistically speaking, on average, those who do better on the GMAT do better in graduate school. So it helps us determine good quality students for the classroom. And with all that being said, however, we are a program that looks at the individual as an individual. We look at the GMAT score, that's true. It's an important part of the program. Part of the application process. We also look at the GPA. We also look at the letters of recommendation. We look at your resume. We also will look at the student's essay that they wrote as well. And so we put those factors together and render a decision based on those factors. However, the GMAT, make no bones about it, it is an important part of the application process, and students should not take it lightly, should study as hard as they can, get the best score possible, submit the application, and we'll make a decision based on all those factors together. So that's why we use the GMAT as part of our admissions criteria.